I get asked these questions a lot, and I hesitate to answer them just because they are so personal to me. But let's talk about the top cruise essentials that I think are important when I go on a sailing. I am Tamara Hancock, a high school English teacher and world traveler, and today we're talking about the cruise ship essentials I won't leave home without. So a few years ago, I went on my first cruise, and when I went, I scoured every YouTube video that I could find, every TikTok, everything that I could find or locate on social media about cruising. I devoured. I wanted to know what I needed to take with me on the ship and what I could potentially leave at home and be okay without. The information out there was so wide and so varied. I saw people taking things from miniature washer and dryers all the way up to just shoe organizers or lanyards. Let's get into it. We're just going to go ahead and talk about the things that over my cruising history I have found essential to have with me on a ship. Number one for me are magnetic hooks. Now, these magnetic hooks, this is something that a lot of creators are going to tell you about. They're going to say that these are essential for them on cruise ships. For me, it comes down to organization. There's plenty of places in the cruise ship to store things, but what's really cool about cruise cabins in particular is that all of the walls are made of metal. The doors are metal, the walls are metal, the door frames are metal, the ceiling is metal. So you can use these magnetic hooks to provide extra places for storage. I take these and I keep a couple by the door to hang things like my SeaPass card, which is basically just your identification and everything on the ship. You pay for everything with this. And then I also use them to hang my number two most important essential, which for me is a shoe organizer. Now, the shoe organizer gets a lot of hate online. It really does. There are a lot of creators that are like, you need this, this is amazing. And there are a lot of creators that say it takes up too much time, it's a waste of space. For me, the shoe organizer has been extremely helpful in keeping all of my little items like contact lens solution, makeup, toothpaste, toothbrush, medicines, those kinds of things up and out of the way, but also off of countertops. I'm a little bit of a neat freak, so it really kind of helps me to have access to those things. Now, a lot of people will say that they hang them on their bathroom doors. I don't like to put them on the bathroom door because they get caught in the handle and a bunch of other places. I actually like to hang them just on the wall itself. I will use the magnets, I will hang them on the wall, and that keeps it away from the door so it's not getting caught up in the handle, but also still has it to a place where everything is easily accessible. That a lot of creators have been divided upon. For me, I take a solid bar shampoo and conditioner. Now, does the cruise ship provide shampoo, conditioner, and body wash inside your cabin? Absolutely they do. But I don't like what they do to my hair. And for me, this is a lot easier for me to be able to take my shampoo and conditioner. Ones in particular I have had over the last, I don't know, 5 sailings, and I still have a lot of use out of them left. So this makes it a lot easier for me to take it through TSA. I don't have to worry about liquid requirements being less than 3 ounces or whatever. And they travel extremely well. They dry out really well so that I can just go ahead and put them back in my, my Ziploc bag and take them with me. Another big cruise essential that I find important for me are these luggage tags. Now, are luggage tags again required? No, they are not. But these luggage tags have been extremely helpful for me in making sure that my luggage tags stay safe and attached to my luggage. The last 3 sailings that I have, 2 of them were warm weather sailings and one of them was an Alaska sailing. When I arrived at the port, it was raining. And the cruise line gives you these tags in order to put on your bags in order to make sure that your bags are able to find where on the ship they go, the deck and approximate location. And the people who didn't have luggage tags, I noticed that the ink was running or the tags were getting soggy and coming off of their bags. And it provided peace of mind and something that was always really handy for me to have. And I think I got a package of like 8 of them on Amazon for around $6. So these luggage tags have been extremely helpful. Another thing I think almost every creator can agree on is a lanyard. When you arrive on the ship, you are going to receive these. These are your SeaPass cards if you're sailing Royal Caribbean. It's a sign and sail card if you're sailing Carnival. Every cruise line calls it something different, but essentially it's the same thing. This is your room key. It's going to have your name on it. It's going to have your room assignment on it. It's going to have your dining assignment on it. It's going to have any beverage or specialty packages that you have ordered on it. This is also going to tell you where you sit in the dining room when you go for dinner. But this is also the way you pay for everything on the ship. So if you are going to go to a little store and buy yourself a piece of jewelry or something, this card is what you're going to present to pay for that. We also bring extra card holders. I've had more than one time where the card holder just gets warm, it breaks, something happens. So I have extra card holders with me just in case the inevitable happens. This is another item that has been essential to my cruise travel that will not apply to everybody, and I want to put that straight up right up front. And that is these. These are called sink suds. This is laundry detergent that you can use in the sink on your cruise ship to wash your clothing in and out. I travel with my husband. He is a very athletic person, and a lot of times his clothes get very athlete-y, especially after participating in volleyball or basketball tournaments on board. So I like to have these sink suds to be able to wash out his clothes and then hang them up to dry so that we don't have those athletic ambiance surrounding our stateroom. Now, most cruise lines do have laundry services available. You can put your clothing in a laundry bag, put it out in the hall, and have it washed. Those are typically around, I've seen them anywhere from $25 to $40 per sailing. And so that's just not something that was feasible or something that we wanted to do. So the Think Suds have helped out. Now, they don't make things completely perfectly clean, but it does definitely help along the way. And lastly, one of the things that I would suggest is to bring yourself a reusable cup with a lid. If you've got a soda package or a beverage package, they're most likely going to give you a cup that you can use on board ship to do that. At least I know Royal Caribbean does, I know Carnival does. But if you are not going to have a beverage package, or if you're somebody that just drinks a lot of water on a regular basis, I would suggest bringing yourself a cup or a tumbler, something that you can fill with water and reuse. Now, a lot of the ships don't like you to go up and just refill it right at the water spout. You just use their cups and you pour it into your cup, which is a health and safety thing. But having a cup that you can refill and have water with you at any given time will be extremely helpful on board any sailing or any vacation. Again, I want to reiterate that these are things that work for me on my sailings. I know that not everybody is going to have the same needs or the same desires to have organization or laundry or whatever it is. But have you sailed? Do you vacation? What are types of things that you take on your vacations that help make your trip go a little bit more smoothly? Please let us know in the comments. Let's create a community of people that are just sharing ideas together. My name is Tamara Hancock. I'm a high school English teacher. I teach things. I travel. I like to share my experiences with you. If this is content that vibes with you, please like, comment, and subscribe so that we can continue doing this together. I hope that you guys all have an amazing day.